Do you have Ferrari? Do you? Well, thanks to impermanence, maybe you will end up having one tomorrow. Meaning, everything is impermanent. Is it a science? Maybe. But it is a fact is that nothing in our life gives you 100% satisfaction. Nothing is there, like truly existing. So your question seems to indicate that practice of Buddhism is becoming expensive day by day. I guess you are talking about things like dharma, pujas, rituals. I don't know, like all the paraphernalia that we think is what we call practicing Buddhism. Here, I will tell you what really Buddha intended. Buddhism fundamentally only cares for the truth. Denpa, we call it, truth. Four Noble Truth, etc., etc., two truth, this truth, that truth. So Four Noble Truth, or there are three characters, we call it three truths. That is actually probably that is the fundamental Buddhist truth. Now this is something you can actually easily practice. Here, I will demonstrate. When we go today, maybe not here, but tonight maybe you have a dinner appointment with your family, with your friend, and as you finish your dinner, as you say good night or goodbye, if you can train yourself in thinking, this is it, this may be the last time. Mitakpa, right? This may be my last time. That is practicing Buddha Dharma. Is that expensive? I don't think so. You don't have to buy this. You just have to think about it. You have to get used to that, right? And not just the death, by the way. We are not talking, Buddhism, many people think that Buddhism is so pessimistic, always talking about death, etc. No. It can be something very exciting also. Who knows? Do you have Ferrari? Do you? Well, thanks to impermanence, maybe you will end up having one tomorrow. We never know. So this is also a good thing. Let's say you are really depressed, nothing is working for you today, you are so down, but you can always encourage yourself, tomorrow is another day. This is not expensive to think. This is actually probably the cheapest to practice. The second, this is not enough, by the way. The second is, so what I just told you is basically in Sanskrit or Pali, it's called anicca, meaning everything is impermanent. When I say everything is impermanent, is it a religion? I don't think so. Is it a philosophy? Maybe. Is it a science? Maybe. But it is a fact. The fact is, everything is impermanent. Our ideas, our values, what we like. I used to like certain music. Now I can't stand this music, so on and so forth, everything, okay? Now the second is dukkha in Pali, which is basically what Buddha is saying is that nothing in our life gives you 100% satisfaction. Nothing. Be it $1 billion, be it, I don't know, you must have so many aims, right? What is your utopian life? What is your utopian apartment? What is your utopian relationship? What is your ideal life? You may end up getting tomorrow, but it's not going to satisfy you 100%. That, knowing that, and getting used to that, really putting that in your system, in your thinking, in your mindset that will liberate you from all sorts of illusion, all sorts of delusion, all sorts of ridiculous hope and fear. Is that expensive? I don't think so. It's probably the cheapest, right? And it's a very fact. It's a factual. Now the last one, anatta, which has a lot of different way of approaching, but I'm going to do it kind of much in a simple way. Basically, anatta fundamentally is everything is your projection or your opinion. Nothing is there, like truly existing. Like, okay, democracy is good. It's our opinion. It's not a truly, democracy is truly, ultimately, it is the almighty truth. No. Democracy is good. It's a projection. It's an opinion. Like that, whatever you value, whatever you see, whatever you decide, whatever you, come to a conclusion, it is your projection, it's your opinion. And you need to know that, not just intellectually, but practically, emotionally, you need to know that. Because by knowing that, you will become humble. You will become, oh yeah, this is just my opinion. That's his opinion, her opinion, But we don't do that. So these three, anicca, dukkha, and anatta, is probably the most fundamental Buddhist view, and getting used to that is practice. And living with that kind of principle is Buddhist behavior. So, is that expensive? I don't think so, right? But I do understand why the question is asked like this. Because, as I said, remember, we end up adding culture, tradition, culture. So, here you are saying the practice of Buddhism is becoming expensive day by day. So, one of the reasons why it is becoming expensive is because you need a shrine. And in front of the shrine, there's the offering bowls. Offering bowls, right? And then you need to do mandala offering, right? All that. Now let's go one by one. Let's go through the offerings. The first one is drinking water. Do you know where that comes from? It's an Indian culture. If Buddhism was originated from Mongar, it may be Ara. Who knows? You understand? Because that's what the Shashupas drink. If the second water is Shapsil, which is washing feet water. Do we wash feet? I don't think so. Do we? We don't, of course, nowadays you take shower and all of that, but you don't, when you invite a guest, do you go and wash their feet? I don't think so. That's a very Indian thing to do. So we have a lot of that. And in the mandala, have you ever performed mandala? Langbo Rinpoche, Dacho Rinpoche, Magbo Rinpoche, Ter Chemboi, Pumba, Geba, Ma, Tengwa, Ma, Luma, Karma? What are you going to do with the elephant? Langbo Rinpoche, and then the Dacho Rinpoche, those horse, if you give me elephant, I will suffer. Because I don't know where to put this elephant. It's very expensive maintenance. Elephant, for goodness sake, where do you put this? And it might die in Thimphu during the winter. All that. So there are so many cultural stuff that, of course, I'm not here to denounce the culture. Of course, we Buddhists, sometimes we are so ridiculously obsessed with culture